Welcome back to Good Day. Most of us don't think twice. We have a roof over our heads, a warm place to stay, and more than enough food than we need. But imagine being cold, homeless, and hungry.
Yeah, so for 75 years, the Cherry Street mission has been the hope and the home that many have needed and found. And Ebert joins us this morning. And this is a hard and special time of year for Cherry Street Mission. So, Ann, thanks so much for traveling over. We do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You've been outside. It's pretty rough.
It's
right?
pretty rough.
You had a nice warm coat, nice warm vehicle,
you bet.
Coming out of a nice warm home, but that's not the case for everyone here in our area.
Absolutely. And this is the time of year that Cherry Street is just honored to be a part of our community, because a day like today, if you are not experiencing having a great home of your own, or heat, or a Christmas dinner, that's what Cherry Street does. And so, you know, being out on the roads today for me and for my staff is part of the thing that we do every day, 365 days a year. And so we're just glad to be a part of the community, giving people answers for their particular needs, especially today.
Yeah.
Yes, because of course that need is there 365 days out of the year. And then days like today, that need is just stronger. And, you know, we're feeling that. And, you know, we were talking about, you know, it's that special time of the year, but also it is maybe a little more difficult time of the year as well. Kind of explain that balance and that relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, at Cherry Street, the individuals that use the services there, whether they live in one of our shelters, we have about 300 people every night that live in one of our shelters, or whether they come in just for a meal a couple times a week, right? Because they need to stretch their food budget. Every one of those people are experiencing some kind of loss, because everybody who's an adult wants to be independent. And so this time of year particularly highlights that issue for people, and so they're sad, and depression is real.
Yeah.
And so we feel really honored to be able to walk along beside people as they go through that mental challenge. It's a spiritual challenge, and it's a physical challenge. So we like to think of really caring for the whole person at Cherry Street and offering whatever answer that they particularly need.
Yeah, just got a chance to speak and talk about mental toughness, and really, it's
awesome.
it's something that's holistic. It's not just the physical aspect of them having somewhere to stay or a hot meal, but helping them mentally. Why is that so important that you focus on the full person inside and out?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when people think about poverty, they think about the physical aspect of poverty, right? It's not enough money, or it's not a place to live. But those are usually symptoms of a bigger issue going on in a person's life. That's the outward symptom that somebody sees. When you focus on the whole person, you're really starting to cure the inside thing that's actually going on in their life. And so, you know, because holidays bring up so much emotion for people, it's actually a time of year where people start to be open to addressing those bigger issues in their life.
Yeah, and even when we're addressing those issues and maybe kind of turning a leaf or wanting to create a new version, what about folks who want to maybe volunteer in the new year? What are some of the opportunities that, you know, we want to help to make that change?
Yeah,
how can we do that?
Absolutely. We couldn't do the things that we do and have done for the last 75 years without the awesome volunteers in the Toledo region. So if you think about anything that needs to be done to run a household, cook, clean, you know, keep the doors open, welcome, hospitality, all of those are available for volunteers, as well as anything that is required to, you know, run a business, because we are also an organization that does all the business side of things. So send out mailings and help with finances and all those kind of things. So whatever your particular bent is, we have volunteers who are tutors, who help with our education systems. You know, those are all things that people do every day at Cherry Street. We have only about 75 paid staff members. We have about 3,000 volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
it's amazing.
incredible. That's incredible.
They really make it run.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Without our volunteers, we literally could not do the things that we do.
And indeed, you need them right now, because I can only assume at this time. Diane, she's forecasting, and Ryan and our weather team, wind chills down negative, almost negative 30, and it could get there. So I'm sure you're seeing an influx of folks coming to the mission right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We are, our shelters are close to capacity, and so we encourage anybody who thinks that they might need some shelter to come to one of our front doors of our shelter. We're open 24 hours a day. We never not take somebody. We always are taking people. Or come to the Life Revitalization Center and use our facilities as a warming center, right? Because that is crucial. It's really life-saving today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely good to know that the option is there for folks, knowing where their the shelters are to get help.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if individuals want to volunteer, how can they get in contact with you guys?
Super easy. We have a great website, cherrystreetmission.org. They can also call our main phone number, which is 419-214-3007. Either way, you can get a hold of someone all the time.
Well, Ann, thanks so much for joining us.
It's nice.
And please stay warm out there.
Thank you, and to everybody else as well.
Well, it's a good day this Friday morning, and today we have a look at how you might be able to make it even better with some new movies out there to enjoy. So stick with us. We're keeping our eye on entertainment for you right when we come back.